Hello, hello, hello. It's your girl Tiara Nicole Riley. So I wanted to wrap up our parenting series by going over some things I wish I would have known before having my daughter. Okay. So my daughter, she'll be 4 very, very soon. Super, super excited about that. And there are some things that either I just didn't know, right? The very first thing that I did not know was how difficult pregnancy was. Like, we don't talk about it. All we talk about is baby showers and maternity photo shoots and like all the cute stuff about it. Pregnancy was hard. Pregnancy kicked my ass. Okay? Kicked my ass. And I had a lot of challenges with my pregnancy with my daughter. Obviously, I had challenges with my pregnancy with the twins. But ironically enough, I did not have as many issues with the twins. Um, and somebody, when I was pregnant with my daughter, and I was telling them how this pregnancy was like so much worse, and like I'm having morning sickness, and I'm having, you know, like it just was really, really, really difficult. And I'll get into that in a second. But one person was telling me, she was like, "That's actually a sign of a healthy pregnancy." I was like, "Oh." Because with the twins, I felt absolutely nothing. I was like, oh, la la la, no, 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 no. The only time I had morning sickness, when I look at the timeline, I think that was when I miscarried my first son. Because I didn't find out about the miscarriage until they approximated like 6 weeks after it would have, like, based on his growth or his size. When I found out about him having passed, which was on my birthday, by the way. Which, if you're ever curious why I'm hell bent on celebrating my birthday, that's why. Because in 2016, my birthday was a nightmare. Okay. But yes, so I found out at the 20-week mark, but he was measuring at 14 weeks. Um, and when I look back, that was around that 14 mark window was when I had like severe morning sickness, and that was it for the whole pregnancy. But with my daughter, this morning sickness was so bad, I had to get a prescription. Like, I had to get an anti-nausea prescription. Like, it was terrible. And let me also just say, being pregnant in the middle of a global pandemic was scary, particularly being pregnant with my rainbow baby in the middle of a global pandemic that nobody really understood. Because I got pregnant July 2020. Terrifying experience. Okay? Terrifying. 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 Anyways, so then I dealt with, so that was the first trimester, and it was the whole first trimester. It was to the point where I was drinking Mountain Dew and club crackers. That was like what I could get down. Mountain Dew and club crackers. Even water. Like, I am a water girl. Like, I drink water often, like daily, regularly, and have for years, years, years. And I was like, ugh, I can't even get water down. Like, what is going on? Okay. My favorite drink from Smoothie King tasted horrible. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. That's how I knew I was pregnant. When my favorite drink tasted like metal, I was like, oh, bitch, you pregnant. Whoops. um, no, we were actually like trying, so it wasn't a surprise. It was just like, oh, it worked. Got it. Um, yeah, so that was that. And then also some of the other things, it was physically uncomfortable, like beyond. I literally had to get like the belly brace to kind of like hold my belly up because it was just painful. I am all but 5 feet tall. Okay. And when I gained weight in the pregnancy, it was literally all of my belly. And so that was causing a lot of strain on my back. Like, so then I got a back brace. One thing that I would have done sooner was get the pregnancy pillow. That pregnancy pillow, whoever came up with the pregnancy pillow, chef's kiss. And the one that I had, it was like a U shaped. And so kind of like that or whatever. And you would like lay on it and then put it between your legs. So the one half of the U is like supporting your back. And then the other half is kind of giving your knees some pressure, and you had your space where your belly could kind of lay, and then you're laying on the pillow. And it served as a breastfeeding pillow later. And when we took naps during the day, so we didn't co-sleep. And if I had to do it again, or when I have to do it again, I will not be co-sleeping. What I did was I had her crib directly next to my bed. That was a game changer. So she was used to sleeping in the crib, and I think the reason a lot of people co-sleep is because when you have these late night feedings, it's easier to just roll over and grab her. However, it was just as easy to roll out of bed and like the crib was right there. You see what I'm saying? So, and then, you know, take care of her, feed her, whatever, just as easy. So, but what happened was when she was about 6 months was when I bought the house. And so she went straight to her room, and she was used to sleeping in her crib. And so then at that point, I just got the crib monitors. Definitely plan on doing that again. 10 times out of 10, highly recommend. But during the day when we would take naps, because I got the advice, sleep when the baby sleeps, and damn it, I did. Okay, so, and not every time she went to sleep, but if I was tired and she was taking a nap, we took a nap together. Put her phone on silent, moved on with my day. But what I did was I would put her inside of the U shape, because the reason you're not supposed to co-sleep is because you can roll over on the baby, you know, just on accident or whatever. So I would put her inside of the U and kind of like cuddle up with the outside of the pillow. Chef's kiss. I got rid of it because at the time I was actively not trying to get pregnant, and I didn't want the universe confused. Okay? But yeah, so that's that. So definitely recommend the crib in the bedroom. That was game changer. Game changer. Definitely would do that again. The other thing, as I mentioned in a previous video, exclusively pumping is probably something I will forever advocate for, period. That was a game changer for sure. Like, I absolutely... It helped with my peace of mind. It helped with the ability to like let other people help, right? Like, I was not her sole source of food, and that took a lot of the pressure out of me. So yes, I had to pump and prepare the food, but I didn't have to be the only person who could feed her. That allowed me to get more breaks more often, and she was still getting the nutrients associated with breastfeeding. I just didn't have to, you know, deal with that, and I also didn't have to wean her off of it, because I think that's a challenge that some people have when they're breastfeeding directly on the boob. Chad, I had a friend, her son would literally like pull her titty out at the restaurant. I'm like, maybe he's old enough to stop breastfeeding. Like, if he can grab your titty and pull it out himself, I feel like maybe, just maybe, it's time to let that go. Like, at the restaurant, just didn't even matter, just sit himself in her lap and just, I'd be like, all right. So we didn't have those challenges because she was bottle fed. So not an issue there. One thing that I would do differently is I think I caused the milk to kind of slow up. I like wasn't staying consistent with my pump schedule, and then I got like lazier and lazier and lazier, and so I kind of ran out of milk. So I wish I had done it and been consistent about it throughout the whole first year and maintain the schedule, right? And like set alarms and like reminders and things like that, so that there was enough to keep like extras, and then maybe like breastfeed her for 18 months. You know, if I'm pumping past the year mark and I was doing so much extra, like maybe, you know, kind of pump through 18 months or whatever, and maybe I've had some extra for when she like started daycare and was getting like sickly and like all of that kind of stuff, like maybe kind of doing that. But these are some things that I wish I would have done differently or knew before. So what are some things? So let's be honest in these comments, okay? What are some things that you wish you would have known, or, you know, that you would do the same because of this or different because of that? So drop them in the comments so we can continue the conversation. Thanks, guys.